the traffic. 'Cause I know the traffic over there is crazy. 'Cause I thought Miami traffic was crazy, but LA it's like when I came back home, I was like, yeah, mom, LA kind of too fast for me, like, 'cause you know I'm like I don't know where people get this from, but Miami's still the South, so it's like we move differently and stuff from like other cities and stuff. Like even Atlanta, like when I go to Atlanta, it's a bit slower than Miami, but it still feel like home. You know, like it's not like too. But if I go to like me and my wife, she graduated from Johns Hopkins, so on with the Baltimore, like the people, they had like like the same mentality, but it was a bit fast. Like down here we don't have like subways and stuff like that. Like we have metro rails, but we don't have like underground. You don't have like subways and stuff like that. So so that's what's up. So like how was it like growing up in LA? Because you heard the stories about LA like being a city that deals with a lot. So like how was it growing up in LA?
Honestly, man, it was cool. A cool experience. To me, I love LA. It's hard for me whenever I go anywhere else. And I've been to Miami a few times, but I love it out there too. Yeah. But no matter where I go, like I miss LA. And I've been to New York, and like New York's a little too fast for me, man. Like it's too much going on. People be up all night, don't really sleep. Yeah. And I need my good like 6-7 hours of sleep every night. So I can't quite turn up at that level. But I just like LA. I mean, people are cool. Everybody's laid back. The thing that LA gets a bad reputation about is a lot of people come here and they kind of get caught up in Hollywood and what they think LA is supposed to be. Like, you see all these celebrities and movie stars and everybody like that, but they don't realize the hard work it takes, to get to that level and the amount of work that these people put in to be successful. They don't just pop up in a movie and make millions of dollars for no reason. It's, hours and hours and hours of work. Mm-hmm. So I think people kind of come and they just think like, oh, they're going to be famous because they want to be. Well, they're not going to put the effort in to be successful. But, like anything you're doing, like you got to work hard out here. And obviously the cost of living so high, like you got to, if you really want to stunt and keep up with everybody, you definitely got to put in the work so you can make that money.
Yeah, it's like same here, like in Miami, like when everybody go to South Beach and they see all the glitz and the glamour, it's just like, a lot of them people was lucky enough to work so hard to live over there. Like they don't understand, like, just like LA, just like New York, there's parts where you have people, that's hard workers, blue collar people that's grinding every day and stuff like that and wishing to, go to that certain point where they could own yachts and own, big mansions and stuff like that. So yeah. So like So tell me about like the industry, like as far as like the TV industry, like the filming industry, like how competitive is it?
I think it's crazy. Like there's so many people that are trying to get into it, and so many, limited number of spots in terms of new TV shows that they put on every year. So that's why even like like the show got canceled, but we got 2 seasons. Which if you talk to a lot of people in the TV industry, even getting a TV show on the air is tough. Like, you can sell shows, you can do all that type of good stuff, but until you get a TV show on the air, it's so difficult that a lot of people don't understand. They think like, that you just got it made, but you got so much competition and so many people you're going up against for these, limited amount of spots every year, and especially now on the movie side with. Everything now is like a Marvel movie or a superhero movie. Right. So, it's so hard to break in on that side because that's literally all the movies are. Literally like 15 Spider-Mans and Black Panthers and all that other good shit. But, at the end of the day, it's a great experience. There's so many different ways to get into the industry too. Acting, writing, directing, producing, doing music, so many different entry points of ways to, to be successful in the game. That wants to put in the work and kind of just do the best you can. Works out.
Right. So, why did the show get canceled though? Like, what happened?
I don't really know. I feel like a lot of people now, like when I'm on Twitter and how big of a platform NBA Twitter has become, I feel like the show is just a couple years just too early. Like we came around at like the early stages of NBA Twitter before it was really on and cracking like it is now. And I think, you know, we just kind of, we were just a little too early, and I don't know, you know, it was hard for us because we were coming on after South Park the first season. And, you know, South Park fans don't really take to, like, new shows like that. So it was just hard for us to kind of find viewership. But I think if the show was running nowadays with the way, just the landscape and how popular basketball is, I think it'd be a different situation. But I don't really know. You know, it's tough. There's a lot of great shows that have been canceled. So I'm just really super thankful for the opportunity to have a show. Thanks for people like yourself who watch it and really, you know, vibe with it, and just, you know, and then optimistic just to do more stuff in the future like that for that audience.
So would you restart the show again, or would you like do something else?
I'm working on other stuff right now. I stay working as much as possible, like you know, doing social issue content, also producing a lot of sports content. But I just try to stay busy. Like I would love for the show to come back. I think, you know, in my dream world it comes back. But also I got a bunch of other stuff I'm working on that I'm trying to get off. So at the end of the day, man, I just like to entertain people, like to give them things to laugh at, especially with what's going on now in the world. Obviously, with what's going on in the government and the White House and everything like that, people need to be entertained all the time. So I just try to keep people's spirits up, give them something they can look forward to every day.
Yeah, because like I said, like that was one of the reasons why, you know, I love the show so much, because it's just sometimes, like even with the Boondocks, like, you know, we had the Simpsons for a while, we had South Park, we had King of the Hill at one point, you know, it was a really great show, like Beavis and Butthead and stuff. But like shows like yours and Boondocks, like, you know, it was just more relatable because it talked about everyone, especially the minorities, like the black folks, the Hispanics, you know, like everyone, you know, and it had a message behind it. Like I remember, I forgot what episode that was when they was looking for like the shoes, the chain shoes or whatever.
Yeah, the shackles.
Yeah, the shackles, and they was going to another part of the town, and it was different from the part they was from. You know, and it's like, even that was relatable because it's like, you know, coming from Miami, like, I'll go on one side of the town and then go on the other side, and it's either more racist or it's more like, what I'm trying to say, like, it's more relatable to me, like, I'm more comfortable. So it was just, the show was just, to me, was just like a masterpiece. And maybe it was just no problem. Maybe it was, you know, 2 years early, because now the NBA, you know, I love football, but like as far as like popularity, I feel like the NBA, you know, took over that, you know, especially with everything with free agency. So it's just, I don't know, man. There's a lot of shows that get canceled, but about the NBA, how you feel about players having like their own, you know, having their own way of, you know, I want to go to this destination and stuff like that. How you feel about that?
Honestly, I love it. I think, you know, probably like 5-10 years ago, people used to look down on it. But I think anything in life, like you should be able to work where you want to work, live where you want to live, especially if you're talented enough to do that. Like you look at Durant and LeBron and all these guys now who are in control of their own destiny. And that's the whole thing about, you know, NFL, NBA, all these leagues. It's like players have a lot more power, and obviously these leagues don't exist without the players. And I think for a long time, people used to be on the owner side and kind of look at the players like they were property and like they were, you know, like these dudes now, like LeBron and Durant, these type of dudes, they want to be billionaires. You know, they businessmen. Like they want to go to the place. Like LeBron came to LA to play with the Lakers, of course, but also because he's in Hollywood now, he can get Space Jam 2 off, he can get all the other stuff off the court to really help him, you know, get financially to where he wants to be. So to see these guys be in control of their own destiny and want to play with each other. You know, you look at like AAU nowadays, it's the best players on the same team from all over the country. Like guys are friends now. They play video games against each other all the time. They communicate on social media. Like it's just a different time where dudes want to play. It's like, you know, you work with anybody, you want to work with the best, right? You don't want to work with mediocre people just because you have to, or because somebody else can tell you that's the only, you know, way to do it. Like you want to play with the best players. You want to be around the most talented people. So So whether it's a movie or a basketball game or whatever, like, you know, that's what you want in life. So when I look at the way these dudes move now, it really makes me happy because it's really them just, you know, saying fuck you, fuck the NBA.
Right.
They're in control of their own destiny.
Right, yeah. That's why I love it too. Like, for example, like, I love when Jimmy Butler came down to Miami because we really needed that because the Heat, I felt like Pat Riley finally woke up and he realized that, you know, we need to pretty much get to, you know, match up with how the NBA landscape is right now. Like, you know, from him drafting Tyler Hero and then, like, for him, you know, having that meeting with Jimmy Butler and Jimmy Butler want to have his own team, you know, and it's getting back to, like, when I look at the teams, like, I'm like, everything's equal now. Like, you know, the last...
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, like, the last decade was either the Celtics or the Heat, the Cavs, or the Warriors. And I'm a Heat fan, bro. I grew loving the Warriors. Like, I was a fan since, like, I think, like, 2009 or 2010, like, around that time. Well, before then, when they beat the Mavericks, when they had Steven Jackson and them, I think that was like 07, 08. But I just like now, I just like, you know, Utah is coming, you know, Denver is coming, you know, you got the East, you know, even with Kawhi not being there, I still feel like Toronto is a good team, you know, so it's like it's an equal landscape, you know, so it remind me of like the early 2000s, and I was a Jet when I was, you know, in the 90s, but when in the early 2000s, like I remember the Lakers had to go at it with the Spurs, with the Pistons, had to go at it with the Pacers and the Heat, so I love it. So,
no, that's good, man.
Yeah, so quick question, because, you know, you from a major city that got two teams, so I'm going to ask you these questions.
Give it to me.
The Lakers or Clippers?
Look, it's the messed up part about me. Like, my pops played for the Clippers coming up. Right. I was a lifelong Clippers fan. I rode with the Clippers through all the down years. You know, was happy to see them on the rise, but I'm a LeBron James fan first and foremost. So wherever LeBron's at, I got to rock with. That's got to be my favorite team. So now LeBron's with the Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan. The Clippers, too, and being from LA, like, I'd rather see a Clippers Western Conference Finals over anything. Obviously, you know, the Warriors have been running shit for the past few years, right. And I love the Bay. I love everybody from the Bay, but I love LA more. So, you know, I'm getting a little tired of everybody from the Bay talking shit. Kind of feeling like, you know, nobody can get with them and just kind of, you know, stunning on everybody. So I'm excited for this battle that's going to be cracking in LA. And LA right now is probably, you know, the most cracking in terms of basketball.
Right,
that I think it's ever been in its history. I mean, from the Lakers, the Clippers, Sierra Canyon, where LeBron's son's at with Dwayne Wade's son. You know, UCLA basketball, USC basketball. It's a good time to be in Los Angeles. Like, you can just feel it in the air, how exciting it is now with all this shit cracking. And the Clippers finally, you know, the Clippers have been a laughingstock of the NBA forever. Yeah. So now that they're finally this shit, like, you know, Clippers fans now are talking shit. It's good to see.
Yeah, cause so you gonna, I love it too. So you gonna wear the hat they sitting around on social media where it's like a half Lakers, half Clippers hat? Or you...
Nah, I've seen that joint. I can't do it. I generally just wear LeBron gear, or, you know, just. I'm also a Bucks fan too. My pops played with the Bucks too.
That's what's up.
He works for the Bucks now, so, you know, they bring he back with Bucks gear. I gotta wear it because it's free. And obviously, you know, they cracking in the East right now, and I love Giannis.
Yeah,
but I'm just a fan of the league, man. I'm not gonna wear no half Clipper, half Laker hat though. But I never really rock Clippers hat or Lakers hat, to be real. So I'm probably just gonna keep it consistent.
Okay, so I got the Dodgers or the Angels.
No, Dodgers all day. Like, that's the one thing I will stand on though. Like, we don't rock the Angels on this side. Like, the Angels are Orange County, so that's like, you know, 45 to an hour away from LA. Right. Like, everybody out there is cool and everything, but this is a Dodger city. Yeah, because I figured it's like I was telling my wife or somebody the other day, like, because I always remember, like, it used to be called Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, and I never understood it, but it's like, you know, like down here we have Dade County, Broward County, you know, Palm Beach County. So like David Beckham, for like 2 years, he gonna have like the Miami soccer team play in Broward,
So it's like it's basically like it's a Miami team, but playing in Broward. So it's like I kind of